We all know that NBA 2K20 wasn't as good of a game as it should have been, and we've spoken very negatively about it. But in today's video, we're going to try and focus on the positive and talk about 3 things NBA 2K20 did correct. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like and make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time. Before this video starts, I would like to give a quick shout out to Opinion Outpost for sponsoring today's video. What Opinion Outpost is, it basically allows for you to fill out surveys and give your opinions on certain things. And you actually get paid real life money for doing this. And it's super easy. You can do it while you're watching Netflix, you can do it before you're going to bed, and it allows for you to just earn extra cash. What I'm going to spend my cash on is probably a PS5 or the new Xbox. Make sure you guys check out the link in the description below so you guys can earn some extra money. Now, as I mentioned in the intro of today's video, we have said a lot of bad things about NBA 2K20 and all of it is warranted. This game is probably 95% a bad game. There are a couple things in this game that are good. 95% is probably being generous. I would go with a solid like 98.5% of this game not being good, but there are some things in this game that are correct. So instead of talking about the negative of the game, I'm going to focus on the 3 things that NBA 2K20 did positive this year. Now, the only thing I have to say about this is I did 3 because honestly I couldn't name 5 things. I sat there and I thought about it and I could not think of 5 things that NBA 2K20 did well and did things that the community enjoys. So I narrowed it down to 3. Most of you guys agree with this. I got most of these from Twitter and my personal experience. So with that being said, let's jump into the top 3, and keep in mind these 3 things are also 3 things that I think NBA 2K20 should carry over to NBA 2K21. Coming in at number 3 on the list are the park events that NBA 2K20 introduced this year. Now, I know a lot of you guys are immediately going to think, oh, park events didn't work, they were terrible, and I agree. Don't get me wrong. The park events, the way they were run this year was pretty bad. There were a lot of issues with them. Some people weren't able to play them. Some people kept dashboarding, blue screening, they weren't working. But when they did work, and let's just theoretically say that all of the events went smoothly this year and there was no issues, this 2K was probably one of the better 2Ks when it came to the park and community events. You had events like Beats by Night, which, by the way, I actually wasn't a fan of. I never really liked the Beats. I always thought it was a poor event. So that's probably one of my least favorite events that 2K introduced. They also have Puma Mania, Formula, they have the Rush events, they have Court Conquer, they have a lot of events that they did have last year, but they also introduced a lot more events that allowed you to get double rep, allowed you to advance quicker on your bar, which was really cool because a lot of people only play 2K for the sake of repping up and they want to hit the top rep and things like that. And another thing NBA 2K introduced this year, which I wasn't really a fan of, but I understand why people would like it, was the My Player Nation. So the My Player Nation was another, I guess you could call it an event. I don't know if it's really considered an event because it's a thing you can do all the time. But this was basically a thing that allowed for you to get extra badge points and allowed for you to get extra attribute boosts, which was pretty cool. I thought it was a cool thing they introduced. But overall, if the events went smoothly, you guys could comfortably say that NBA 2K20 did do a good job running the events this year. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have 3v3 Pro-Am matchmaking. Now, this was a very popular game mode when the game originally came out, and the main reason why 3v3 Pro-Am was so much more popular than the other game modes for NBA 2K20 at the very early stages of the game was, for some reason, I'm actually not too sure exactly why this was the case, but 3v3 Pro-Am gave people more rep than any other type of game mode in NBA 2K20. So when 3v3 Pro-Am was extremely popular and everyone was playing it, all the people who were trying to get top rep, things like that, it was strictly just 3v3 Pro-Am. Now, I actually agree with this. 3v3 Pro-Am is really cool. I actually played it quite a lot and I enjoyed it. I think it was one of the things that was brand new to NBA 2K20 that was actually exciting and it was different. And now that I think about it, I actually think that 3v3 Pro-Am was probably the only thing they brought to the game that was absolutely new. I could be wrong on that. I can't really think of anything else that they brought to the game in terms of game modes that was completely new other than 3v3 Pro-Am. But like I said, 3v3 Pro-Am was great. It was a nice alternative to just playing Park or playing 5v5 Rec or something like that. It was a really good alternative and allowed for you to play with your friends. And the biggest thing about it is that 3v3 Pro-Am had a matchmaking system, meaning that this wasn't just random people walking on the spot. You didn't have to wait for games. The games were quick, and usually it was pretty competitive. Now, I think that's part of the reason why you got more rep than you did to Park, but I'm not really too sure of the exact details. But overall, 3v3 Pro-Am was a great addition to NBA 2K20, and I feel a lot of people actually enjoyed it. So coming in at number 2 was the 3v3 Pro-Am. Coming in at number 1, and I honestly think this is going to shock a lot of you guys, but the number 1 thing that NBA 2K20 did correct this year and they got completely right was the neighborhood. I don't think that was funny, and I highly doubt that anyone laughed at that. Coming in at number 1 for the thing that NBA 2K20 did correct this year, to nobody's surprise, is the badge system in NBA 2K20. Now, I actually tweeted this out. I made a little bit of a conversation on Twitter. By the way, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I tweet about stuff like this all the time. I have good discussions with people who follow me. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Phantuums. I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen there. Make sure you guys follow me. I'll follow a couple of you guys back. But the badge system, I think, in my personal opinion, was easily the best thing that NBA 2K20 did. Now, a couple people actually don't like the badge system. The reason why I say that the badge system was the best thing that NBA 2K20 added was because it allows for you to actually change up your badges, which is a good thing, but some people actually think that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing because there's certain builds that can play different types of roles. Obviously, you guys have played NBA 2K20, you understand what I'm talking about. But a perfect example I like to use is a rebounding wing. So a rebounding wing can play the center sometimes, and then they can also obviously play the off-ball position. So the badges this year actually allowed for you to switch up your badges every time you got an upgrade or once your badges were maxed out. So it allowed you to switch badges to play different type of roles. And I really think, personally, I've been playing NBA 2K for a long time. I personally think that this is the best way that they did the badge system this year. It's almost perfect in my opinion. There are obviously some things that need to be changed, and that leads me into another discussion is about the badges actually directly in NBA 2K20, because once again I had another conversation about this and I talked about 2 badges. I talked about the quick draw badge and the intimidator badge. In terms of quick draw, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below if you think quick draw is a badge that should have been in the game, or if you want to see it in NBA 2K21. So if you want to see quick draw in NBA 2K21 and you think it's a good thing, type the number 7. If you don't think it's a good thing and you do not want it in NBA 2K21, type the number 5. I want to see how you guys feel about that. But the badge system, in my personal opinion, comes in at number 1, and I really think it was the best addition that NBA 2K20 had to the game, and I really hope to see it in NBA 2K21. I really hope to see all of these things that I mentioned in NBA 2K21. But with that being said, that is going to bring the video to an end. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. You know, I'm just going to end the video. All right?